Hello everyone, as we welcome you to the Mobility Lab today, let's start in a child's pose position. Sitting down on those ankles, walking those hands forward. Feel free to come on up to your fingertips as much as you can to add a little extra stretch. And then think about driving your head through your shoulders and squeezing those shoulder blades together. Thank you to all of you guys for tuning in wherever you're watching from. It was so nice to see everyone live on Zoom this morning. And we appreciate you guys supporting us and helping us support you. Let's stay in this child's pose for about another minute or so. Okay, labbers, let's go ahead and come on out of child's pose and meet in our transition pose. We're going to be coming back to this pose frequently. It's going to be the down dog pose, but with toe taps. So getting into that down dog position, you're going to take your right hand, reach toward your left foot, and vice versa, left foot towards your right foot. Try to focus on keeping those legs straight, driving your heels down towards the ground, and then slowly reaching towards your pose. Let's get a total of 10 toe taps in the down dog pose. This should be targeting your calves, your hamstrings, and then also your lat mid-back region. All right, everyone, nice work. Let's go into our next pose, which will be a wall worship stretch or a child's pose with a little extra shoulder stretch. So you can use a wall for this. If you don't have a wall, you can use a couch, a chair, a wall ball, anything you have accessible to raise and elevate your arms just a little bit. And we're going to sink into that child's pose with that little extra shoulder stretch. You should be feeling this primarily in those shoulders, as well as in the pec and lat region as well. Nice job, everyone. That is it for the wall worship stretch. So let's go ahead and come on out of that and meet once again in our transition pose, which is that down dog with the toe taps. Only this time we're going to add a little pause. So every time you reach towards your toes, I want you guys to pause for a count of 2 before switching sides. Right hand to left foot, hold for 1, 2, and then switch left hand to right foot, hold for 1, 2. Good. Same thing, a total of 10 toe taps in the down dog position. Remembering to keep the legs as straight as you can and driving those heels in towards the ground as much as you can. Good, everyone. Once you're done with 10, then we're going to go ahead and meet in our next pose, which will be a pec and forearm wall stretch. So what you're going to want to do is find a wall, find a pillar, anything that you can put the palm of your hand on. If you're starting with your left side, the left palm is going to be on that object, and then you're peeling away towards the right. You should be feeling it across your pec region as well as in your forearm region. We're going to hold each side for about a minute and then switch. So start on one side, give you guys a minute to find your wall or object, and then go ahead and set up for a minute in the pec forearm wall stretch. Excellent job, everyone. Let's go ahead and switch sides. Same pose on the other side. If your right hand is on the wall this time, right palm is flat on your wall, and you're peeling away towards the left, feeling that stretch primarily in your pecs and then throughout that forearm as well. That will do for this pose, everyone. Nice job. Let's slowly come out of that and meet in the down dog position again. This time, instead of alternating toe taps, we're going to hold that toe reach for 30 seconds on each side. So let's start with the right arm reaching towards the left leg and holding for 30 seconds. Again, trying to keep those legs straight as much as you can. Drive those heels down into the ground. Hold for just a little bit longer. Well done, everyone. Let's go ahead and switch sides. So this time, left arm reaching towards the right foot, holding for 30 seconds. All right, everyone, let's come out of that and switch over to our next pose, which will be a seated butterfly position. So sitting on the ground with your feet together in that butterfly position, we're going to think about actively pressing the knees down towards the ground to get a nice stretch in that hip flexor. And we're also going to add a shoulder stretch with the eagle pose. So starting with the right arm or the right elbow over the left elbow, you will cross your arms and then try to bring your hands as close together as you can. For me, my range of motion allows my fingers to interlock, but you may be able to get a little bit deeper and maybe bring the back of your hands together. Otherwise, just try to think about bringing your hands together as close as you can, as close as you can get. Now, if you'd like to get a little bit of a deeper stretch, everyone, you can tuck your chin in towards your chest and think about squeezing those shoulder blades together. Well done, everyone. Let's go ahead and switch sides so that the left elbow is over the right elbow this time, holding that same position. Again, if you'd like to get a little bit deeper in this pose, everyone, think about tucking that chin, squeezing those shoulder blades together. We are almost through this pose. Well done, everyone. Go ahead and unlock your arms, and we will transition into a butterfly seated forward fold, simply folding your chest down towards your toes, staying passive, but pulling yourself in slowly if your range of motion allows. All right, everyone. Next, we will go into a right side single leg forward fold, taking the right elbow, placing it on the right knee, and then taking that left arm, reaching overhead and around, actively thinking about reaching towards that toe. Now, my range of motion doesn't allow me to reach my toe, and that's okay, but I'm actively thinking about reaching towards it, and that's giving me a nice deep stretch, not just in my hamstrings, but also throughout my lower and mid back. Nicely done, everyone. Let's go ahead and hit the other side. Bring the feet back together. Straighten out the left leg this time. Left arm, left elbow on left knee, and right arm reaching overhead and around, actively thinking about reaching towards that left toe. Single leg forward fold. We're holding for 2 minutes. All right, everyone. Now for this next pose, if you'd like to pause the video and go grab a band or a towel or some sort of object to assist you in the next pose, go ahead and do so. Greg and I will demo using bands. We're going to meet in the saddle position, so sitting on the ankles, and then reaching the right arm overhead and behind and the left arm underneath and behind. If you have great mobility, you may be able to interlock your fingers. Otherwise, you can use your band or your towel to assist you in bringing your hands together. And slowly release, everyone. Maybe shake out your arms a little bit before you switch to the other side. Left arm reaching overhead and behind. Right arm reaching underneath and behind. You may find some differences in your range of motion on this side. This side is a little bit harder for me, but it may be different for you. Again, if you have the mobility to bring your fingers together, great. Otherwise, use the assistance of your band or towel. All right, Mobility Labbers, slowly release your arms and come on out of that. Congratulations, well done everyone. That's it for today's routine. Thank you so much for joining, everyone. If you are able to join us next time live on Zoom, please do, 10:45 every Wednesday. Otherwise, thank you for joining us on YouTube. Stay strong, guys, and we'll see you in the next one.